morning, everybody, and thanks for waking up with the Chase.
No way.
My God!
That's a 1-1, ladies and gentlemen.
Go to David.
I must ask you a question right now.
1-1, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
Oh, whoa. Sit back, relax, and crack a cold one. The Chase is live.
I always watched it. Actually, this was the first time I really watched that intro video. Like the first time I actually watched it in a while, and I looked up, and I know that was only like 6 months ago, but I feel like I've aged 10 years since some of those clips.
Well, yeah, you deal with like 10-degree weather these past few weeks and, just a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, I've been aging too. I can feel it. Look.
I would say fatter, more acne for me. It's wild. But, we usually like to joke on this show to start the show, but something pretty crazy this morning for us here in Buffalo, but not only that, but across the world in, Syria and Turkey. Syria and Turkey, a 7.8 on the Richter scale earthquake, obviously devastating for them. And what we felt here, so minuscule compared to that. So obviously, I'm sure people in the hobby community, I'm sure people in the hobby community have families over there, or maybe people who are just collectors are living there. So obviously devastating, and thoughts go out to them. But I feel like we'd be remiss if we didn't mention here in Buffalo we had a 3.8 earthquake.
Yeah, it was weird. Like, I didn't even feel it, but like everyone was blowing up my phone saying, "Hey, do you feel that? Do you feel that?" And I'm like, did I really just sleep through this? Like,
yeah, and I know some people are from the Western New York area in the chat. Obviously, good morning, chat. I see you, Rachel. Cut to the chase. But David, from Western New York, you can get everywhere in about 15, 20 minutes, right?
Pretty much.
David pretty much lives 20 minutes from me. Shook my whole house. I woke up out of a dead asleep, and honest to God, like I'm not even joking. I really did. I went to the front door because I thought somebody actually hit my house. Like I thought somebody drove into the house with their car.
Yeah, and for me up in Niagara Falls, it was weird because I didn't feel a thing. I slept through it. My mom said she didn't feel anything. Like nobody felt anything.
Yeah.
A guy that I know not 3 doors, but 3 streets over, said his house shook like crazy.
And then obviously some of the local viewers here were getting mixed reviews. Some sounded like someone landed on my roof. Some people slept through it. Jess said the same thing. Jess is not far from me in Buffalo. Thought somebody drove through the house. So just crazy way to start the morning, honest to God. Like I just, you know what I mean? It was like 6:15 in the morning.
Crazy way
I
to
was
start
able to
Monday.
go back to sleep for a little bit. I felt like I needed it if I was going to perform. Rachel said she thought she had the spins really bad, to be honest.
Oh,
she
man,
FaceTimed me
we don't
this
like the
morning and
spins.
told me that.
We don't like the spins.
So unbelievable stuff, but let's get into the entertainment side of things. We got that out of the way. Just
Craziness.
weird morning, but we're back from the weekend. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the NHL All-Star break that we did on Saturday. I know David and I had fun, and Meerkat and Elena as well, and Chase, Cheesy. We had a good time with you guys. Hopefully we get to do something like that again. But they're off on a special assignment this week, so
sure
David and I
are.
will be here for the Chase. I don't know if we could tell you too much yet, so we'll tell you later in the week.
We'll be holding the fort down for the time being.
Bill Dozer sees my shirt. Bill Dozer sees my shirt. All right, well, it was a long weekend, a good weekend, but I need something to get me going through the rest of the week. So, looking at the rundown here, I know what's happening. What do we got? You see it?
QOTD. Quote
Quote of the day. There it is.
All right. Remember, A+ human beings with B- skills always beat A+ talent with C- personality and attitude. That's from Gary V.
You know what? That's one of the things that I've read from him that I agree with. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a fair assessment for people. You meet some people that have a lot of skills, but personality, they're just like talking to a chalkboard. So
True. Absolutely. Like watching paint dry or milk expire.
Yes.
Anyways, thanks to the chat. All my marks in there recognizing my Britt Baker DMD shirt. Appreciate y'all. So how about we check out what's going on for today, what we got on tap here on the old rundown.
docket.
How about it?
Let's do it.
All right, we'll have this week's new releases. Guess what? We got one. It's a new release, not new releases. But also, we are getting a glimpse at next week's new release. We're going to see Topps Series 1 baseball coming out soon, and we'll have a preview of that card number 1 revealed. We'll also take an early look at Phoenix football, set to drop in a couple weeks here from Panini. And we'll also take a look at a fun NBA inscription from a young NBA star. He did it once before, and now he's back at it again. We'll show you that. And we'll also take a look at the Mint Collective vendors that were just added. That show coming up in March. And then we'll talk about a recent fire at a local card shop. Our guest today will be Naim Cardinal of Indigenous Rookie Cards on Instagram. And we'll wrap it up with a box rip of 2022 Panini Prism Draft Picks Baseball right here. 5 packs, 5 autographs. Came out last week. But, we did some hockey off the rip. And that's what we're going to get to right now because we've got to pick a winner for Friday's box rip giveaway. And on Friday, we ripped OPC Platinum Hockey. We asked you guys who you thought would be the sleeper team to make it into the playoffs. So, Mr. Stevens, can I get a drum roll and can I get the overhead camera, please? Woo. And here it is. Your winner is this way. I did a little drive-by there. That is Gavin Hunt from YouTube with the answer of the Islanders. I just realized I never changed out my placemat here. It's David Adams, not the Chase. But there you go. Gavin Hunt from YouTube with the answer. He thinks the Islanders are going to sneak in there. He thinks the Islanders... I mean
now they got Bo.
The signing of Bo Horvat, huge for them. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Gavin, congratulations. Look out for a comment, a reply back to your comment on the YouTube. And then once you see that, please send us your shipping information to thechase@dacardworld.com.
They're kind of a boring team, so I hope they don't make it.
Yeah, I forgot who was saying
Biz.
that. Biz called them boring. Biz wants to see Buffalo in the playoffs.
The snooze fest Islanders.
I feel like Biz has always got one hot take on a team to really. You know what it feels like? Biz says those things, and then the team uses that as motivation, and then takes off. I mean, hence the Sabres. He was bashing the Sabres all last year.
Yep, and at the end of the year,
Islanders
they took off.
See, so we'll have to see how that plays a role.
Yeah. All right. What's up in the chat? Personally, okay.
What happened?
No, I thought I saw something.
Oh.
I thought I seen something. You want to get to our lonely release?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'll put that one on you.
Okay. First and last, we have 2022 Leaf Exotic Football set to drop this week. In every box, there's 3 autos numbered to 10 or less. Collectors who love the animal print parallels will be excited to know that Exotic brings a wild selection including tiger, snakeskin, zebra, peacock, giraffe, snow leopard, elephant, butterfly. Oh my goodness, how many more? And many, many more. This will also include autos from some of the youngest up-and-coming players in the pros and college. Names include Bailey Zappi, Bijan Robinson in Texas, Bryce Young, Caleb Williams, C.J. Stroud, Desmond Ritter, Kenneth Walker, Joe Burrow, Joe Montana, and many, many more. Remember, there are 3 cards per box, and this releases Friday.
Yeah, Joe Montana, as I like to call him. Also, I want to let you guys know that, remember this, the personal break. What did we do Exotic on? Did you and I do Exotic Friday or was it Saturday? Remember we did a box of the 21 Exotic?
I think it was Saturday. Didn't we get a Joe Burrow?
Yeah, we got a Joey B. Giraffe 101 auto out of last year's Exotic product. So just an idea of what you could probably get out of the 2022 that is dropping Friday, like Mr. Yarger said. All right, first up and around the hobby, we have seen the first card come out for 2023 Topps Series 1 Baseball. This product will be dropping February 15th, and we now know that card 1 of the set will be none other than Juan Soto, actually pictured in his Padres stuff. The World Series champ, former National, now Padre, will highlight the anticipated set. The big rookie you'll want to chase, though, is Adley Rutschman. This is going to be a big hobby year for the young Orioles catcher. Don't forget, we have pre-orders available right now on dacarworld.com, so get to shopping.
I can't wait to rip that. Honestly,
excited?
I want to go Adley hunting.
Maybe we'll have to do it next Wednesday when it comes out.
We'll have to see. All right, next up, let's take an early look at some 2022 Phoenix football. New in 2022, look for the Paragon Patch autographs, as well as Contours, Fire Fabrics, and brand new super short print inserts, Archetype, and Metropolis. You're also going to want to hunt for hobby-exclusive short printed inserts with Enfuego, Metropolis, Archetype, and Phoenician. It's a 242 card set with 100 base, 100 rookies, and 42 rookie auto jerseys. This is also set to release February 22nd, so we got a couple weeks. You got a first look at the cards. They're a pretty sweet-looking product. So
Yeah, I like Phoenix. I don't know about the chat, but I like Phoenix for a lot of color. A lot of different parallels and crazy, your Panini lasers and your cracked ice, but different colors. It's usually sometimes I like loud cards. I'm a loud guy, so sometimes I like it when it's loud and there's a lot going on the card. That's Phoenix for you. But it's funny because the Archetype, the super short print, if you did see it there was the Tom Brady Bucks version. Very plain, dressed down, just very simple. It was just blue. And it's always interesting that they keep adding these super short prints. We have talked about it multiple times. Color Blast, Color Wheel, Kaboom, Downtown.
the list goes on forever.
Right, it feels like the list goes on, and now we have Archetype. Because I feel like we forget, too, Panini has Blank Slate. I'm saying a lot today. I've noticed that. I'm very conscious of it. But
I gotta ask.
I gotta ask. We see Blank Slate, things like that. So another one into the mix, the Archetype.
Yeah. I just realized my guy Fozzie's just chilling.
Fozzie Wozzie Bear.
Fozzie looks like a
All right, while he fixes Fozzie, not the Jericho band, he means Fozzie Wozzie Bear right there. Young Orlando Magic star Jalen Suggs is in the card news again for another fun inscription that he put on a card. Months ago, somebody ripped a Suggs logoman that had his auto and said, "Hold on to this for me." Not just anybody. It was actually the backyard it was broken in. There you see it up on the screen. And recently, another one was pulled that said, "Thanks for pulling me."
Another one.
Can we show that one now? There you go. So you see that was from
Another one.
It looks like Pac-Man. It was Pac-Man from Whatnot. I like how he did "Thanks," the number 4, pulling me. It's another instance we've seen where Suggs and other athletes actually took the time and effort to put fun messages on the cards.
Yeah, I love the little inscriptions that these dudes do. I mean, I'm going to go back to it every single time, but the one inscription, remember when he signed it Borat?
You love Borat more than anybody.
Borat, but then Benny, what was it, Benny Montgomery or whatever? Signed Benny in the Jets.
Yep, he did Benny in the Jets. And then, him and Jordan Lawler? They did the thing too where
I believe
they signed
so.
each other's cards. Yeah, you see, and I know there's a debate going around that's, does the inscription raise the value of the card? Does it not do anything for it? Or does it lower the value? I mean, what do you guys think in the chat? I think it
helps it. I think it helps it. I think it's creative. There's only one card that says, "Oh, thanks for pulling me," or hold on to this for me, or whatever. So
I think my point would be so it's already a 101,
right?
And you're putting an inscription on it. That's cool. I think that's awesome. I think it can only help the card. I don't think it'll hurt the card. It's either what it's going to be or maybe bump it up a little bit. My thing with these cards with the funny inscriptions or cool inscriptions is that I think it would help the value more if it was, say, a Bowman Chrome auto out of 100, and in the run of 100, one or two of the cards have some crazy inscription.
Well, D. Springfield just commented a great point too. He says, "Hot take: keep the 101 clean and put cute notes on the out of 5 or out
there
of 10."
you go.
So.
I would agree, Springfield. I feel the same way, kind of. I don't mind the 1 of 1 autos, right? That they put the inscription. I don't mind it, right? Because I still think it's cool. It just adds that little extra element to collecting, especially if listen, I know it's flawless, I know it's immaculate, so a child is probably not buying this, but
True.
if a child pulls a card like that and sees a cool inscription, I think it's going to make them even love the hobby even more.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It gives them that more personal connection.
Yeah.
with the
It's okay.
athlete.
We use the word collection a lot. On
Yeah,
here.
collection connection. That might have to be like a show for us.
There you
Collection
go. Oh, don't
connection.
say it too loud. People
Yeah,
are going to take
patent TM. All right, next up and around the hobby, we've gotten wind of some of the upcoming guests for the Mint Collective in Las Vegas. The Mint is scheduled from March 30th to April 2nd. April Fool's Day. Some of the guests added to the list include the Sports Cave, Sports Card Nonsense, DGen Breakers, and AA Mint Cards, just to name a few. The additional guests added to the show will give guests more chances to buy, sell, and trade, and also interact and socialize. So, to get tickets, check out themintcollective.com.
Yep, and shout out Sports Card Nonsense, another podcast player in the hobby space.
Yep.
Hope to talk to them one day. We did Hockey Cards Gong Show last week.
Yep,
They were
Friday.
great, so would love to talk to Sports Card Nonsense. One of these days, we'll get together.
Talk some hobby.
Yes, sir. All right, now lastly, we have some sad news to report. The oldest card shop in Nashville was severely damaged in a recent fire. Cards Are Fun in the Music City had autographed jerseys, photos, and much more damaged. In an article on WKRN's website, the owner of the shop said 2 wires had been burnt and the covering of the wires was taken off. There's currently a GoFundMe for the shop to help cure some of the losses in damages. As of showtime, there has been over $6,800
Wow.
donated. We send our best to Cards Are Fun, and we hope for the best.
Absolutely. That
Yeah.
just sucks to hear. Anytime I
it's
see
another tough-
something like devastating like that happen, not just to a card shop, but like anywhere in general, like a local business, mom and pop, that hurts.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, obviously, as a family, as a hobby community, as a hobby family, you never want to see somebody else struggling like that. So, yeah, we wish them all the best, and hopefully they can get back on their feet or recoup some of that.
I agree.
All right, now let's get to our live guest for the day. Today we have Naim Cardinal of Indigenous Rookie Cards on Instagram. Naim is located up in Canada and is known for his wide collection of hockey cards of every Indigenous hockey player from the past and the present. So without further ado, we'd love to bring him on the broadcast. Here's Naim. Naim, good morning. How you doing?
Morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on the show this morning.
Absolutely. Thanks for. I know we spoke, and I know you got to get ready for work or you got to get to work, so we don't want to make it too long for you. So thanks for carving up some time for us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I'm very honored to be on the show this morning.
And a great story you have. I want to start off with what I saw recently on your Twitter and Instagram. How did you get the opportunity to have part of your collection on display as part of the NHL Hockey History Mobile Museum?
Well, I got the invitation a couple months ago from a friend named Dean Barnes, who is also on Twitter and Instagram, known as Black Hockey Cards, and he collects hockey cards of every Black player who's been in the NHL. And he was approached, I think, a year ago to have his cards on display on the mobile museum. And this year they wanted to expand it, and he invited us to be a part of it with his hockey cards. So that was pretty cool of him to think about us.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And how was that feeling? Like, obviously, at first, you're probably super proud, great feeling that you were going to be a part of this. But what was it like actually seeing it? Like when you actually had the pictures sent to you and you're like, whoa, like that's me. That's part of my collection.
It's pretty unreal. Like nothing I ever expected as a collector whatsoever. The mobile museum looks like it's pretty amazing. All the displays they have going on in there, and then in this one part you see all of our hockey cards all together, and it's just really cool and really unexpected to be a part of something like that.
Now, I'm curious, what made you start this collecting journey that you're on?
Well, I've been collecting for a long time. Like I started collecting when I was about 9 years old. I collected for about 5 years, and then I stopped collecting for 10 years. I got back into collecting in 2004, and I've been collecting since then. But there was a time where there had been times where I didn't feel like collecting anymore. Like I had no direction in what I was doing. I was just like ripping packs and stuff and trying to go after all the top rookie cards for the year in hockey. And it just kind of got boring to me. It wasn't really something I wanted to do anymore. And I was spending a lot of money doing that. And I just wanted to do something that was a lot more focused and more meaningful. And I was just kind of sitting down at my computer one day, actually, and I was going through some of the players who played in the NHL and looking at guys like Jonathan Cheechoo, Carey Price, and players like that. And I just thought, well, what if I put together a collection of all of these players' rookie cards? I think that would be pretty cool. And it would be something that's meaningful to me because I'm an Indigenous person, I'm First Nations. And, it kind of started that way. So I started compiling a list of players using various websites. And then from that list, trying to compile hockey cards of these players. And that was a challenge in itself too. So that's kind of how things got started. That was back in 2014. So I've been doing this for almost a decade now. And I mean, it's been a pretty amazing experience since then. The amount of people I've met in that amount of time, and people just found interest in what I was doing and just helping me with my collection even too. Just like been forever grateful for that.
Yeah, that I was kind of curious about that. How much research and time did you, devote to adding all these cards, going back and finding all the Indigenous hockey players? How much time and, work did that take for you?
Well, I didn't keep track, but I can tell you it's probably hundreds of hours. I have 3 small children, so I've had a lot of late nights trying to put my collection together, doing work on my website. Like if you have a look at my website, every hockey card I have posted on there, I've written a bio for every single player. And each bio probably takes about 2 hours or so to put together, just reading all the information like from media sources or different websites or even from books. Just trying to put some of that information together and compile it into one place. It's probably about 2 hours per player. And on top of that, trying to verify players' Indigenous ancestry, reaching out to people in the community, reaching out to players directly, looking for different media sources that verifies different players' ancestry. All of that takes time too. And those are things that I've done over the years and put my collection together.
So after writing bios and learning about different players, of all the cards in this collection, is there a single card or maybe a few that stand out to you more than the others that are really near and dear to you?
I would say there's a few. Like from my main collection, I would say a lot of my older cards are near and dear to me, like my Fritz Sakamus rookie card, my Clarence Taffy Abel rookie card, George Armstrong. Some of those older pieces are things that I really want to hang on to. You can find modern cards very easily, but if you're looking for a vintage card that is in really good condition that you want for your collection, some of those can be really hard to come by, especially when you're looking at hockey cards that are 70 or 80 years old. So I would say like my vintage cards from my collection are the ones that are most dear to me.
And how tough were those to find? I can imagine how hard it is to get vintage hockey in general, but when you are doing something so specific to your collection, how tough was that?
Some of them were really tough. Like I have one card from the 1940s. It's Joe Benoit rookie card. You don't see those online or on eBay or anywhere too often. Like since I got my copy of the card, I've maybe seen 3 or 4 copies of it being sold on eBay or in any other marketplace. And even having like a Clarence Taffy Abel, that card is from the 1930s. A lot of those cards from that particular set were cut. A lot of them were cut into really small pieces. They had a giveaway on those cards too, where if you cut the letters off and you spelled the word, I can't think of it off the top of my head, but if you spelled the word and sent it in, you got a prize. So a lot of those cards were cut up. So I mean, you'll see them on eBay and they'll be in like fragments of what they are. So some of them take a long time to put together into my collection.
It's always so interesting to hear stories too about, back then I feel like cards always had a gimmick. So like you said, people cutting things. So for some people that have the peace of mind to not touch the card and not try to enter it as a kid, it's like, it's very impressive to me, like that in itself.
And years ago too, like people had the mindset like, maybe I shouldn't do
Yeah,
that.
right.
So talking about the hobby in a general form, how do you feel that the hobby does with the topic of inclusivity, and why do you think culture and heritage is so important to collecting?
Well, I think as a hobby, we're just kind of entering early stages of having this type of representation. And there's a lot of really good things that have been happening lately. You look at the First People's rookie cards. You look at the Willie O'Ree cards that have been released very recently. I think we're in the very early stages of that. Like when I started collecting, and even like 10 years ago when I started this collection, you didn't see a lot of like people like me. Like I had a hard time finding Indigenous collectors in the hobby, and I've been in it for over 20 years. But now there's like, you go on like social media sites, like especially Facebook, there's a ton of people out there who are really diversifying their collections and collecting people of different heritages and backgrounds. And I think that's really cool to see. And I think that the hobby, for the most part, like the people that I know in like my circle, especially on Instagram, have been like super supportive. People, they want to reach out to you and like help you build your collections, and they want to be a part of it in some way. And I think that's really cool. And that's like a reflection of a lot of people in the hobby, and like the good, like giving nature of people that are collectors. So I think we're definitely on the right track, and like there's tons of supportive people out there. And sorry, I missed your second question. What was it again?
Oh, so it was, why do you think culture and heritage is so important to the collecting aspect of the hobby?
Well, I think representation is very important in everything we do. It's important for people to feel a part of things. Like you look at history, historically, there's a lot of different parts of society that haven't been very inclusive. It's taken a long time for people's rights to start moving towards having more equality. And I think that especially for kids, when you're seeing yourself and things that you're doing, you're feeling like you're a part of it. Like when I was growing up and I was collecting hockey cards, and then I seen someone like Gina Ojic, who is also a First Nations person, like that was really special to me to be able to get one of his hockey cards, and like seeing someone who was like me included in a hockey card set. That was like that made me feel really good inside. And I think like that part of it like makes me more committed and kind of fueled to do what I'm doing, because like that also carries a lot of like really good nostalgic feelings for me, and like in what I'm doing. And I'm putting together this like collection of players who have similar lived experiences to me. They come from similar places to me, similar communities. And I think that as a hobby, it's important for us to be able to include people of all different backgrounds, no matter what their cultures are, their races, all these different things. I think it's important for all that to be very present in what we're doing.
Totally agree. I mean, the hobby is for everybody.
Yep, we always promote it, and I like to think that other people are starting to promote it much more now too. And yeah, I mean, there's not much more I can say than it is. It's for everybody, and it should be for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, and going back to what you said a little bit earlier, you said a few people have reached out to you personally to, maybe show their support or even help you. What is that support for your collection? What does that feel like for you?
I don't know how to put that into words, because like the generosity that people have, like just people just randomly reach out to me. They'll send me a message on Instagram, or on like they'll email me and ask me if I have a certain player or a certain card, ask me if I need it, and they say they want to send it to me. That gives me a really good feeling inside. Like that people are really supportive of what I'm doing as a collector. And I think that that kind of camaraderie within the hobby of collecting hockey cards, or any other hobby whatsoever. I think it's important that people feel like they're part of a community, and that people want to be a part of what they're doing.
Now we have one for from the chat here that I thought was interesting. One of the live viewers on Twitch here says, "Has this spawned an interest in meeting or interviewing living players about their history and experiences?"
Definitely. I mean, I don't like go out of my way and reach out to players, but like it definitely makes me want to hear more of their story, like what their experiences were like while they were in the NHL or just any point of their career. I think a lot of those stories are important to be shared, to hear about some of the like lived experiences that the players are having, but also any barriers that they've overcome, ways they're giving back to the community as well. Because a lot of the players in my community, my collection, are continuing to give back to the community to this very day. So I want those kinds of things to be shared in what I'm doing. So like if I get the opportunity to talk to any of the hockey players, like I'm asking questions like that, and like want to hear what their careers have been like.
And you look at your collection, and I took a quick peek at it, and there were some people that I was surprised. I didn't know that they were of Indigenous descent. Were there any players that kind of surprised you when you found out that they were Indigenous?
Yeah, for sure. Like when TJ O'Shea came in the NHL, I had no idea he was Indigenous. Grant Fuhr, I had no idea he was, had Indigenous ancestry as well. And there's a lot of players within my collection that have ancestry, but they're not like particularly from any community lately. So like it was definitely surprising to hear a lot of the players who are Indigenous in my collection.
Yeah, TJ Oshie actually being one of the players that I was surprised and didn't know was Indigenous. So definitely interesting to figure that out.
Yeah, I saw Carey Price on your page too. I think that was one that just, I don't want to say caught me off guard, but it was an eye opener. I was like, oh, that's awesome. I had no clue. So I think that's the great part about your page and what you're doing as well, is you are shedding some light and educating people on things they may not know. So in 2023, what's next for your project? Who are you still looking for? Is there some names we could tell the chat, or what are you trying to piece together?
At the moment, there's no players that I'm kind of chasing at the moment. Like I think my collection for now, until I hear about new players, is kind of is kind of set. But I do side PCs, like I player collect a few different players, like Jonathan Chichu. I'm focusing on the 1998 Bowman's CHL set. It's quite a large set to put together, with all the parallels within that set. It's a set that no one is really like collecting or opening. So finding parallels to some of the cards from that set are pretty tough to come by. I'm also I do like small player collections of like Ethan Bear and like Zach Whitecloud, Brandon Montour, but really I'm trying to find like a lot of like more rare things that are not like worth a ton of money, but they're really hard to find. Like one of the players in my collection, Danny Hodgson, he has a junior card from the 1984-85 Prince Albert Raiders. It's a team issued set. It's a card I've never seen in my life before, and it's a card that I would love to add to my collection just because of how hard it is to find. And there's a few other players who didn't quite make it to the NHL that I want to add to my PC. Like there's a player named Barry Tababangdung. He was a draft pick of the Flyers. He played a few preseason games, but he has a card with the Oshawa Generals from, I think it was like 80-81, that is really hard to find.
Wow. So it sounds like you're going to keep yourself busy definitely here in the new year, trying to PC some stuff and some cool rare stuff there. So obviously happy card hunting there. We hope you find some stuff, some gems for your collection. And one last thing we like to do for all of our guests is please let people know your website, where they can find you on social media, any sort of platform.
Yeah, so on Instagram, I'm at Indigenous Rookie Cards. On Twitter, I'm at Indig Cards. Facebook, you can just search Indigenous Rookie Cards. You'll find my Facebook page. And it's hard to. I don't have like a URL for my website. It's through Wix sites. So I think if you just Google Indigenous Rookie Cards, you'll be able to find the website.
I'll be sure to drop that in the chat. I'll Google it and drop it in the chat for the folks that are watching. But people loved your interview, and we had a good time too. Thank you so much for giving us a little bit of your time. I know you got to get to work now, but hopefully we talk to you soon. And good luck with putting some more stuff together for yourself.
Thanks a lot, guys. It's greatly appreciated.
Anytime.
Absolutely.
We'll talk to you soon. Have a great rest of the week.
Have a good one.
Okay, take care.
Definitely a fun interview because looking at his collection, it opened my eyes and I realized there are a lot of players I didn't realize, certain parts about their background. So
Yeah.
definitely interesting and educating to hear all that.
And what's funny too is I don't know why. Maybe it was the name. Maybe it was the Sharks jersey. But I always had a fascination with Jonathan Chichu growing up. Jonathan Chichu was like one of those players. I just loved him, whether it was watching highlights or playing as him on NHL.
Right.
So cool to find out that's his background as well. So that was one for me. I saw on the website. I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm glad he mentioned TJ Oshie because that was literally the one player
Yeah.
where I was like, I didn't know that. So.
If you guys take a look, I just dropped Naim's site there in the chat, so you can check that out. Check out his website. It's awesome. He has so much. It's rich in information, so check that out.
Thanks for the sub, Mom. Appreciate it.
Look at Mama. Where's my sub? Where's my sub? I just want a
I
real
think you're
sub.
already
I'm
subbed.
starting to get hungry, so I want like a real sub. A real sub. So we've gotten through everything we need to get through. How about that?
We have hammered through this.
We really
episode.
did. And we actually got a chance to have discussion today after the things we talked about.
Literally. Like
You know what I
crazy.
mean?
And we still
Usually we're
got-
like hammering through
We
things.
still got 24 minutes to spare.
What do you guys want to talk about?
So much room for activities.
What do you babies want to talk about?
Taco Bell chicken wings.
Taco Bell chicken wings.
That's a thing?
I heard. All right.
Are you kidding me?
Your mouth. You kiss your mother with that mouth? He's flipping me off under the desk like people don't know. I can come rip. Can I come rip, Captain? If you want to, Captain. It's up to you, buddy. You do what you want to do. But we are going to get to the box rip giveaway now. But hey, if there's stuff you guys want to chat about,
Bring it
let
up.
us know. Bring it up. So like I said, we've got 2022 draft picks, Prism baseball, however you want to say it. Prism
5
draft
autos.
picks. 5 autos, 5 packs. So what we're going to do, David's going to do 2. I'm going to do 2. That's how it's going to go. Whoever's got the better is going to rip the last pack there. And I've seen some cool stuff out of the... I must ask you a question. All
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick. Photographer Patrick with that one. Love it.
The best teleprompter manager person.
He's just a 5-tool player. The guy is just a jack of all trades. Oh, wow. He really did
He
come.
really did come in here.
He really did come in here.
Come on.
Oh, come on. Oh, he
Here.
crawled.
I'll even.
You're going to have to prop up your chair.
Oh, whoever won the hockey, you want a pillow too.
Yeah, Gavin. Hey, Gavin, you're getting an upper deck pillow. Night. You want to go night? You want to go night? All right, Captain, take a
What's
seat.
up, Captain?
Guys, welcome Captain onto the show.
What is that? You been working out?
Oh, God. Sit down.
Getting swole.
Oh, unreal. All right, how do you guys think that the people in the chat or that are going to be watching on the YouTube, how do you think they should win this? What do they gotta do?
Thinking something. It's got to be baseball.
That's fair.
Would make sense. Should we do?
I don't know.
What?
You want the mic? Go ahead, grab the mic.
Should we do?
the mic.
I know you do.
like
He was clamoring to get in here.
52's the mic.
World Series matchup? For
Nah, I think we
this
did that
upcoming
already.
season?
Let's
Yeah.
do something. Let's do something prospect based or rookie based.
Okay, so who's gonna
Who-
win Rookie of the Year?
Yeah. Who do
Okay.
you think's gonna win rookie of the year next year? Yeah, there you go.
Who would win?
Springfield.
Who would win a Grand Slam tournament between the three of us? Home run derby. I've never played baseball a day in my life.
I don't know. I'd argue. By the way, is my above camera on? All right, Stevens, let's try it.
I'm curious because
Yeah.
if anybody's saying Adley Rutschman, I don't think it can be him.
Francisco Alvarez. Gunner. Jordan
Gunner,
Walker.
Another Baltimore Orioles
Corbin
prospect
Carroll.
right there.
See, we're seeing some different names. We're not. I'm not just seeing the Adley Rushman.
Ellie De La
Unironically.
Cruz,
I call him
possible.
Rushman. All right.
Kodai
Oh.
Senga of the Mets, possible.
Captain Ferdinand.
All right, David. Which packs, buddy?
The back two.
Which way?
Give him the front two.
Here?
Yeah, the ones you got your hands on.
All right. You can. I mean, you can touch them. Maybe
Nope.
you need some good juju on there. Juju on that beat. All right, I'm gonna take the front two then, and we'll leave the middle. All right. So who you think is going to be Rookie of the Year in 2023? Let's go. Like I said, I think auto per pack. So it's a matter of just, can we get some color? Can we get some number?
I gotta check out the. Okay, so this is National League Rookie of the Year.
Jace Young.
Who was our boy
Jace
Arias
Jung.
in?
Jace Jung, big
Rushman.
man on campus.
Right? What's the guy's name?
Oh, Rutschman. He finished second in
Yeah.
Rookie of the Year voting last year.
Alvarez.
Interesting.
Is this the
I'm
auto?
unironically wearing a Yankees hat.
Oh, I thought that was the. auto.
Tamar Johnson on the red there. Okay, so that's just the red parallel. Our auto's next, so let's do this.
I got it.
We've got a big man on campus, Peyton Pallet.
There you go.
right?
That's one of those.
There you go.
Great
One of those
alliteration
inserts.
there.
A little shimmer there.
I'm trying to figure out. No, not Gold Glove. Okay, here we go.
Dalen Lyle. Dalen Lyle auto. That is just a prism auto there for Dalen Lyle. Do we know anything about him?
Do
you know Dalen Lyle?
I do
Oh.
not, off the top of my head. Sorry.
That's okay. Oh, I can get behind Tristan Costas as a Red Sox fan. I
Costas,
can
yeah.
I don't know how short print they are in here.
Which ones?
I don't know how short print they are in here, but I see it in the back. Look at the screen.
Oh, yeah. Those
Which
are-
we got. I remember we got the Hyper before, or the excuse me, the
those are pretty
Harper. Carson Wisenhunt. Seth Stevenson, Cole Phillips.
What do we got?
Okay, first we got the blue Will Mabry. Will Mabry. And then we'll do the auto since it's right there. Blue. And then we've got Estevan Machado. Signing sessions for
That's a
Toronto.
sick auto.
Estevan Machado. Yeah, wow, he scribbled real. Do we know anything about Machado here?
Not related to Manny Machado.
Okay. And then we've got the Tiger Stripe. Tiger Stripe by the 99 of Jorel Ortega.
Yeah, that's a nice little pull
That's
right
nice. Okay, David.
Not bad.
Let's see what you got, kid.
there. Alrighty, here we go.
David wins.
I just want a Jackson.
David wins, all
I just
right.
want Jackson Holiday or Elijah Green.
That's fair. These are not. I like the look of these cards. I mean, you can't go wrong with
That's a
Prism.
cool card.
You can't go wrong with Prism, in my opinion. The Tiger Stripe.
Yeah, I like that.
Those are cool.
Cutter Coffee, great name.
Baseball players, I could argue, have some of the best names.
Cutter Coffee.
Robert
Yeah,
Moore.
Cutter Coffee.
That's dope.
And then our auto, because I peeped it.
That's all right.
Silas Ardone.
I
That's
like
out
the
of
green.
23 right there. Out of 23, the University
nice.
of Texas, horns down.
Spencer
Max
Torkelson.
Raychik.
That is a name.
That's out of 75 right there on Raychik.
Spencer Foley Torkelson.
And then Nick Morabito on the Brilliance.
Coco Chris.
That's an so I don't know. David's got the auto out of 23. I think David might get the extra. I think David might get the extra pack.
I got
Start
it.
sounding off in the chat. Who do you guys think won, me or David?
think it's a tie right now.
You think it's tied? So
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Not a bow tie.
right down. No, not bow tie pasta. Horns.
Who are those in the back?
Horns.
So-
David. Yeah, they're saying
Pete
David.
Hansen,
I don't blame him.
Drew
Wow.
Gilbert, Justin Crawford,
Captain
Yeah.
one. I didn't even do anything.
Mikey Romero, Michael Knorr, Coastal Carolina. Gotta
Love
love
that.
Great score.
Coastal Carolina.
Chanticleers.
Eh?
The
Yeah.
Chanticleers.
Go Chanties.
And who do we got? Oh, there you go. Thunderstruck Elijah Green. That's a big one
That's
right there.
interesting. Yeah.
And then Thunderstruck Mikey Romero.
Couple thunderstrucks.
There you go. Great
right.
song. Great game to play
Double
too.
thundered up on a Monday morning.
Here it is. David's getting the extra pack. Help. Oh, whoa, whoa. We have a reputation to uphold on this show. You can't be doing that.
We have high standards.
High standards.
I
Guys,
wish
if
my
you're
name was Cutter Coffee.
Cutter Coffee.
To be honest.
Cutter
If we're
Coffee.
if
Seth
you're
Beer.
just want to let you know, if you're just joining us, if you want to win what we just pulled out of this, let us know who you think the 2023 Rookie of the Year is going to be in the
William
major
Kempner.
leagues.
Oh, David
Gabriel
wins, man.
Hughes on the blue from Gonzaga. I really did not realize.
Gonzaga.
That's out of 99 as well,
Nice.
just so everyone knows. So no Jackson Holiday auto. Unfortunately, Justin Boyd. And then
Oh, little blue shimmer.
Nathaniel Ochoa Leyva.
Little
That's
blue
probably
shimmer.
that is, yeah.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Hold up.
What?
Wait a minute.
I just got 2 autos in one pack.
So you have 4 autos. I have, or no, wait, yeah, you got 4, and I have 2.
What the hell?
Ladies and gentlemen.
So that's 6.
David
We got an
wins.
extra auto. Wow.
Wow, we got the
Math
hop
is hard, but I figured it out.
See, what is going on?
Give him another one.
CJ Rodriguez.
That's sick. Let's go.
Vanderbilt signing sessions. Owen Murphy. This card's sweet. That's out of 35 right there.
River.
Wow.
Oh, Todd. Oh,
Little
Todd.
checkerboard.
Look at KZ.
And
Why
then-
not? Jake.
Power Surge.
Igua.
Justin Boyd. Wow, that was
B.
interesting.
Tisley. That's amazing. Wow, nice
What a
little
pack.
box there. So there you go. Hey guys, see, this is what we do here on the Chase. We open stuff, and if you're watching, you can literally win this. So why aren't you watching? But I see. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I see a lot of first timers. I
Yeah.
feel like I see a lot of people who may be in our other chats, like for breaks, but aren't in for these. So thanks
Yeah.
for joining us on the Chase today. We really
Appreciate you
that.
guys. Appreciate you guys. Always welcome new members into the community.
Are those you taking those back to your office?
No, I just. What are these?
They're well, read
The Muppets.
read the front. What does it say?
Muppets NHL Conference, Miss Piggy and Fozzie.
Yes.
But why? Is the
Why
question.
not?
Why not? Yeah.
Why
exactly.
not?
You got something against the Muppets?
No, I just didn't know they did an
Captain
NHL
would
Muppets.
Captain
collab.
would have won if he got the last pack. Captain didn't want to open.
That's not true.
No, that's right. That's true.
I'm an open book.
Somebody out there with a box of 300. Oh, that's so true. That's so true. I almost read that out loud. All right. I mean, any final thoughts? Because I mean, we're quite early today,
I know,
but I
we
don't
are
mind
very
it.
early.
I don't mind it. We did a great show today. Great guest. Thank you to Naim Cardinal for coming on. Awesome interview. If you didn't catch it, make sure you're watching the YouTube replay. You'll find out about him. Indigenous rookie cards. You can find him across social media platforms. Great Wix site he has too. Tons of deep knowledge, bios on every Indigenous player in hockey that there has been
A lot of
throughout
information.
history.
A lot of information on that page. In fact, I'm actually on his page at the moment. And there's rookie cards from 1933 to 1980, 81 to 89, 90 to 95, and just up until the present. And there's just, he's got literally links for like his Jonathan Chichu collection. It's a pretty sweet website.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Patrick, I'm watching you, and if you're gonna
no.
crumble that up and throw it at me, I'm gonna run after you.
You said love the Yankees?
Yes, thank you. Hey, let's give it up for Winman too. Again, glad I got the invite to watch.
Yes.
I will definitely be back. Yes, please be back. We'll
Thank
be
you,
back
thank you,
on
thank you.
Wednesday, same time, same bat channel, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on twitch.tv/DACarWorld. But that's gonna wrap it up for us today. Woo! I almost got through the show. I did good. One for me, one for you.
Hey, check out the breaks in the live lounges.
Yeah, after this, Jersey John will be live on this channel doing group breaks and personal breaks all day. Guys, don't forget about 2 Bros 1 Break. That's twitch.tv/2 or DA_2
Bros.
Bros 1 break.
break.
Check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. And thank you guys for noticing my DMD shirt. Britt Baker. Shout out Britt Baker. Here we go, y'all. Until Wednesday, there's only one thing to remember. And what's that, boys? It's all about the chase. Woo!
Oh,
Dr.
no.
Britt Baker.
Wait,
Top
another one.
Chat. Out. See you guys Wednesday.